lights are here.
Camera 6 and technical director online.
No,
com.
just lights.
Camera 7 on comms.
Camera 1 on comms.
Camera 4 on comms.
Check, check, check.
Hello, everyone. I would love to hear some things if I can.
Aye.
AJ, can I hear your guitar? And Donald, can I hear your bass? Thank you, AJ. Thanks, Donald. Thanks, Christina. Katie, can I hear your vocal? Thank you.
Right.
Then
Looks like 4's
I'm
on.
pretty sure I heard Brandon already.
7's on.
Project tracks.
6 is on. 1 and 2.
1.
One's here.
Perfect. All right, we're all good.
I'm here.
Thanks, everybody.
Sweet. All right, we got 3 minutes.
Who starts?
Christina starts with her welcome. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and then it goes over to...
Yeah, it's
Brandon.
Christina on the verse. So, yeah. It's Christina, lots of vocals, but Christina's leading. Verse 1 is Christina, then verse 2 is Brandon. And then I can't remember where it goes from there.
I thought it was
Audio is recording and ready.
Christina welcomes Brandon
video's
starts.
recording too, just so I'll throw that in.
It was Christina welcomes, Brandon starts, then goes back to Christina for...
Are cameras all good? Are we all good on cams?
Cameras look good, yeah.
Perfect. And audio?
He said he was good earlier, too. There's lots of pointing. That's vigorous. Vigorous pointing from the producer to the audio.
What's up?
Kevin, I wasn't talking about audio, but audio is figured out.
Okay, cool.
They were trying to determine how to get Wyoming to be Ted Turner's ranch.
We weren't determining, we were just saying he might take better care of it than the Wyoming government, but...
Name me a place that wouldn't be taken better care of if the government wasn't involved.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the national parks kind of do good. It's not the government's fault they're iffy.
One minute to worship intro. Worship intro in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Stand
4,
by video.
3, 2, 1. Go worship intro.
Stand by. 1.
7, 6, 5, 4.
3,
Looks good.
2,
Hold it.
1. Go worship.
Good morning, Journey. We're so glad you're here. Would you please
All
stand
right,
and worship
two.
with us? And if
Can you get
could, scoot
Brandon
towards
and
the middle of your
Christina in
row
the
so
shot?
we can fit more people in towards the
Thank
edges.
you. Ready, camera 2.
1,
Take 2.
2. Chorus.
Ready, 6.
2.
Take 6.
3.
Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. 7's next.
Vamp.
Take 7.
Verse 1. Drums.
Ready,
and
1. Take 1. Yeah, he's next verse. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 6.
Verse
Take
2.
6. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2.
Refrain.
Ready, 1. Take 1. Interesting. All right, 6. Take 6. Ready, 4. Take 4. All right,
Verse 3.
Brandon now. There we go. Ready, 1. Take 1. 5's next. Take 5. Ready, 2.
Verse
Take 2. Ready, 4. Nope. Ready, 7. Take 7. Alright, ready, 4. Let's go to 1. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1.
breakdown.
Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready,
Bridge
7.
Drums in.
Take 7. 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1.
Bridge 3.
Ready, 2.
Slowly build.
Take 2. 4's next. Take 4. Ready, 1.
Bridge 4.
Take 1.
Build.
5. Take 5. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 7. Take 7. 6. Take 6. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2.
Chorus 3. Drums.
Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 7.
Build.
Take 7. Ready, 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6.
Outro.
Ready, 2. Take 2. Oh, we should have done a fade on that one. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2's next. Take 2.
Ending.
Very nice. Great. Awesome. We're on 2. 1's going to be AJ. Thank you.
1, 2,
Ready, 6.
Intro.
No,
2,
no. I just got to
3, 4.
Oh, there is enough time. Should have done it.
Intro.
Take 6. One's next. Thought it was
Verse
faster.
1.
Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. 6 is next. Take 6.
Pre-chorus
Ready,
1.
1. Take 1. 7's next. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4.
Interlude.
6.
Verse 2. Drums
Take
in.
6. Oh, take 1. That's the short part that I was thinking. Take 2. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 4. Take 4.
Pre-chorus 2.
Ready, 1. Take 1. 5. Take 5. 7's next. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1.
Chorus.
Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. 6 is next. Take 6. Ready, 1. That was interesting. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. 7's next. Take 7.
Verse 3.
Ready, 1. There you go. That's right, I'm on 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. 1's next. Take 1. Ready, 6.
Vamp.
Take 6.
Verse 3.
Ready,
Drums
1.
in.
Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. 5. 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 7. Take 7. 5. Take 5. 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 5. 5. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Take 2.
All right, we have Sailor
Ready,
coming
1.
up.
Take 1. Ready, 2.
Go Sailor.
1.
All right, Katie
2.
leads the next one.
Intro. 2, 3, 4.
All right, stay on Sailor for just a little longer.
Intro. 2, 3, 4.
Stand by 1. Take 1.
All right, you can switch. We can switch to
Verse
Sam.
1.
Or did he still?
Ready, 7. Take 7. Take 2. Ready, 6.
Verse 2.
Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4.
Chorus. 2, 3.
Take 4. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1.
Refrain.
4.
2,
Take 4.
3, 4.
Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2.
Verse 3.
Take 2. One. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. 3. Take 3. 5. Take 5.
Chorus.
Ready, 1.
2, 3, 4.
Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. 2's next. Then 7. Take 2. Ready, 7. Take 7. 6. Take 6.
Refrain.
Ready, 5. Take 5.
4.
Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 2. Take 2.
Bridge 1. Breakdown.
Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 2. Can you get, yeah, AJ in this? Take 2. Thank you. Ready, 1. Take 1.
Build.
5. Take 5. Ready, 6. Take 6. 4. Take 4. 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. 7's next. Take 7. Ready, 5. Take 5. 6 is next. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 7. Take 7. Ready, 1. Take 1. 4's next. Take 4. Ready, 6.
Chorus. 2.
Take 6.
3, 4.
Ready, 2. Take 2. 5. Take 5. Ready, 1.
Tie. All in.
Take 1. Ready, 7. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 7. Take 7. 1, take 1, 2's next. Take 2.
We have host coming up.
And 1 to speaker.
Here comes host. Ready? Go host.
Good morning, Journey. If you're here on site, would you move to the middle of your row before you sit down? We still have folks that are coming in, and we'd love for them to be able to find a seat. And if you're joining us online, welcome to you as well this morning. If you've been around Journey for a while, you have hopefully seen our growth path. It highlights 10 areas we can take next steps in to grow in our relationship with God. It's not an exhaustive list by any means, but it's a really good place for us to start. And I want to spend a few minutes this morning talking about why give is important enough in our faith journey to be on this growth path. But first, I want you to see the impact that giving has in our lives through the lens of a few people within our Journey Church family.
Video?
So let's watch this
Go
together.
video.
Generosity is about something that we as a church family, as a spiritual family, do together. Because God wants to do something in us. He wants to break the power of greed and materialism. We've got to hold up our money and look at our money from His perspective.
Anything that we have is His. Being good stewards of that has become, I think, a lot more important to us.
That's my prayer when I wake up in the morning. Like, where do you want me to serve today, Lord? Where do you want my money to go?
Generosity to me means sharing what you have. And I think that it's an important part of being a part of His family, is modeling what the Father has done for us.
We really want to be in places where we can express tangibly the love of Christ through our giving to people, and being willing to give something that's so dear to us as people as our money.
With taking the Freed Up class, it gave us words for like how to communicate about finances with each other. Like what do I want? What do we want? What are our values? How much money do we need? It definitely is way easier to give to Journey because they're in the community, they're involved, they care about the community right here, and they care about the community on the other side of the world.
Going back to host. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
stand by
2,
1.
1. Back to host.
Few things are more impactful than hearing real life stories and testimonies of how God is moving in our lives. As you just heard, our relationship with money, it can look different for each of us. But regardless of those uniquenesses, God wants all of us moving in a direction towards worshiping and serving Him and away from allowing money to be our master. In Matthew 6:24, Jesus is giving the Sermon on the Mount, and He tells us that we can't serve both God and
make sure we get them lined up
money.
at
The Greek word for money here is
sermon
mammon,
podium table thing.
and it refers to all our possessions, money, material wealth, property. And in biblical culture, mammon, it had a negative connotation, and it really described an idol of materialism. Idolatry, which of course is forbidden by God, is when we worship and place our trust in anything other than Him. So Jesus is telling us in Matthew 6 that we have to choose. We will either serve the idol of materialism, mammon, or we will serve God. But it's not actually possible to serve both. So what do we do when we live in a world that is consumed by materialism? How do we break the power of mammon in our lives? How do we stop our idolatry of material possessions? These questions are why give is part of our growth path. Jesus taught more about money than any other topic because He knew that money has the power to choke out His word and His truth, and that material possessions can become an enemy of our faith. One of the greatest abilities available to us to break our idolatry of money and material possessions is living a life of generosity and investing in heavenly treasures instead of earthly treasures. God is the most generous of all, and He's modeled for us how we are to live. When we live this way, when we practice generosity and giving, we are less susceptible to the power and the lure of mammon. So if this is resonating with you and you want to engage your generosity journey, you can do that by visiting journeybozeman.church and click on the Give button or the Freed Up button. As Bob mentioned last week, our Freed Up groups are starting in September. So if you are wanting to learn more about how to engage with our material possessions from a place that honors God, protects us from that trap of idolatry, and grows our faith, this is the place for you. Click that Freed Up button and join one of our groups. Okay, in just a moment, we are going to be joined by our guest speaker, Vern. He will be here to share the second message in our current series from the book of Ruth. But first, Journey, will you pray with me? God, thank you. Thank you for your word and your truth and your loving guidance in our lives. Thank you that you give us a way out of the temptation to idolize money and material possessions. I pray today, God, for myself and for all the people that can hear my voice. God, would you help us to keep our eyes and our hearts focused on you? Help us to resist the temptation to place our security and our trust in possessions and
Actually,
the wealth.
we will not trigger the prayer cue when she
Remind us
prays. Just
often, God, that we
FYI,
are
you don't have to trigger
to
anything because
live
that triggers
a
haze,
generous
which is why the room is
life and
filling with
to
haze.
invest in the treasures of heaven.
Copy that.
And all God's people said, amen.
Go video.
Yeah, it's deceptive because when we pray during the sermon, we do prayer cue.
Yeah, makes sense.
You just want it at the last prayer after the sermon, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Hudson, you have his audio. Looks like it's on.
Yep.
Copy.
Off of comms when the sermon is going.
Yeah, no worries.
Going to speaker.
As long as you
9,
follow.
8, 7, 6,
Stand by 1.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Looks like you got him.
1. Go speaker.
Hey, everybody.
Morning, Vern.
If you were not here last week,
Thanks,
you're
Matt.
off the hook. But for the rest of you, hey, everybody. There we go. I feel welcome. Thank you. We are in the book of Ruth, Ruth chapter 2 today. We're working through the book of Ruth, verse by verse, and we're just going through it as the story unfolds.
And 4 looks
so
good.
today is all of chapter 2.
Right.
The book of Ruth
Left a
has
little
been called a brilliant work of
Yeah, right there.
theological
Oh, too far.
art.
Go back.
And that is exactly
Right
what it
there.
is.
That's
It
it.
is
Beauty.
beautiful.
Thanks.
It is providential. It is romantic. It's theologically rich as it reveals to us who God is and what that means for us. The book of Ruth is set in the time of the Judges, and the time of the Judges was one of the worst times in all of human history. And in that time, a man named Elimelech, who lived in Bethlehem, his name means my God is king. He rebels against the capital K king, and he faithlessly leads his sweet wife Naomi and his 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, whose names mean sick and dying, from the house of bread and the house of praise, that's Bethlehem in Judah, to God's toilet, according to Psalm 60, which is the country of Moab, or if you prefer, Billings. And so Elimelech dies, and you are to see that as judgment for that bad decision. His 2 sons, sick and dying, married 2 Moabite women named Ruth and Orpah. So Naomi's husband dies, and then her 2 sons die. So now Naomi is a widow with 2 dead sons and 2 demon-worshiping daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah. Orpah decides to go back to Bethlehem because there is blessing in the land, because there's fullness in the land. And so she starts heading back with Orpah and Ruth, but Orpah turns around and goes back to Moab, but Ruth, whose name means friend, makes a beautiful commitment to Naomi and goes with her back to Bethlehem. Now, in spite of that, and despite of the fullness in the land, Naomi's life is empty and ruined. So she actually changes her name to Mara, which means bitter. And she claims that God has abandoned her. She even says that God has afflicted her. Now, he hasn't, but it sure feels like it. And we know what that feels like, don't we? So Naomi and Ruth return to Bethlehem, and they return at the beginning of the barley harvest. That's the literary foreshadowing of the literary thrust of the whole book, that there is emptiness and fullness. Naomi is empty, but the land is full. Now, if you've been a Christian for more than a minute, you also have had doubts and wonderings about God and his involvement in your life. There's just times when we don't feel like God is there. We feel alone. We feel like God doesn't see what's going on. We don't experience perhaps the presence of God in our lives. And we ask, along with the poets and the prophets of the Bible, God, where are you? Don't you care about me and my situation? Why is this happening to me? Why is that going on? Why are you letting me go through this? You could prevent this, but you're not. Are you forcing me into this? I'm empty. And what happened to your promise of fullness? That's Naomi. And perhaps to a lesser extent, her daughter-in-law, Ruth. They are poor, single, barren, widowed women at the time of the judges. A terrible time for all of that. But the barley harvest has begun. Now the girls are empty, but the land is full. So we'll let the gleaning begin. We are in chapter 2, verse 1. Now Naomi had a relative on her husband's side from the clan of Elimelech. Elimelech is her dead husband, a man of standing whose name was Boaz. Last week we talked about how the names in the book of Ruth move the story along, that it fulfills the narrative, if you will. And so here's Boaz. Well, Boaz's name means strength in comparison to Mahlon and Chilion, sick and dying. Boaz, his name means strength, and he's a man of standing. That indicates that he would be a mighty warrior. He might have been a war hero, but there's more to it than that. He is a man of tremendous ability and social standing and a good reputation. So he is a substantial man of noble character. He's impressive. If you are single and you see Boaz and you look at his left hand and see there's no ring, you say, oh, good. That's the setup. And now a scene change, verse 2. And Ruth, the Moabitess, or if you prefer Moabitess, either works. I actually interchange them. And Ruth, the Moabitess, said to Naomi, let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone whose eyes I find favor. And Naomi said to her, go ahead, my daughter. So you're going to see that we've seen so far that she is constantly identified as a Moabitess from Moab. So she is not from around here. And she's now in a town with a proclivity towards racism. But she's not going to let that be an obstacle. What she's going to do is go glean. Now, gleaning. Gleaning is basically dumpster diving. Gleaning is collecting aluminum cans for recycling. So the Torah, the Old Testament law, actually had a provision. It was a law. You could consider it a social program to help the poor. And the way this social program worked is that when you're harvesting your field, whether it be grain or olives or grapes, you just leave the edges of your field. So think 10%. Just don't harvest 10% of it. Just round the corners of the field and just leave some grain there. Leave some grape there. Just don't harvest it. And don't go back and pick up any of the stray grain, the things that have fallen out of a basket. Leave some for the needy. This is a plan of God's to help provide for those who were in need. So Naomi likely would have explained this to Ruth because likely there was no program like this back in Moab. So bitter Naomi says to Ruth, as she says, I'm going to go glean, she's like, yeah, go do that because we need food. Verse 3, So she went out and began to glean in the fields behind the harvesters. As it turned out, she found herself working in the field belonging to Boaz, who was from the clan of Elimelech. As it turned out. Literally, the way that reads in Hebrew is as her chance chanced. We are really fortunate to have such great Bible translations today because when you're translating from the original language, in this case Hebrew, you just don't want to go word for word for word because we would read as her chance chanced, which just doesn't really make sense. So the Bible translators in this case say it the way you and I would say it, as it turned out. But that as it turned out is actually a rhetorical device that is designed to point to the opposite. In other words, the original readers or hearers of this story, when they hear, as it turned out, as her chance chanced, they would chuckle and go, right. Because it wasn't by chance. It's not by chance that she ended up in Boaz's field. It was by something that we call providence, or more technically, divine providence. What divine providence means is that God, with wisdom and love, cares for and directs all things in his universe, including the things going on in your life. It means that God is in complete control of his whole universe while still allowing humans with free will to make decisions. This is how powerful and providential God is that he's still in all control of everything, and our decisions don't mess up his control. He's working things out in our lives, constantly working behind the scenes. He is directing, and he is controlling the situation. It was not by chance, as it turned out, that she ends up in the field of Boaz. God, the great matchmaker, sees to it then that Boaz drops in on his business on that day. And in that moment, and so the relationship begins, verse 4. Just then, there it is again, as it turned out, just then, Boaz arrived from Bethlehem and greeted the harvesters. Lord be with you. Lord bless you, they called back. Just then, wouldn't you know it, Boaz shows up. Or if you were telling the story, you might say something like this, and you'd never guess who walked up. Boaz. Ooh. Providence. Verse 5. Boaz shows up to his field, and he asks the foreman of the harvesters, who's that? Or, whose woman is that? Okay, this is the first indication in the book of Ruth that we are now firmly in a love story. It was this way for me. I was at Biola University. I was a new student there, and I saw my future wife, Rami, walking across campus, and I was like, who's that? And then I asked my new friends that I was making, you know, is she with anybody? She got a boyfriend? And the answer was, yes. So I said, I'll wait. And then I went to the center of campus and just flexed. I'm flexing now. There's not much to see there. Eventually, the current boyfriend was released, and I made her my woman. Whose woman is that? So here, Boaz is looking out into his field, and he sees a foreigner, sweaty and dirty. She's got a very high ponytail, and she is shuffling and stooping behind the harvesters, and she catches Boaz's eye. Verse 6, the foreman replies to him, well, she's the Moabitess who came back from Moab with Naomi. So here we have the ethnicity again. She's once again defined by her race or ethnicity, her nationality. And there's a double Moab here. So this is weird because it'd be like, well, you know, he's an American from America. The Moabite is from Moab. What he's doing is enunciating who she is and where she comes from, and it's mildly racist. He's just sort of revealing his attitude about this foreigner, because Moab has a bad reputation with Judah, and she is now this widow from God's toilet from Moab who's hanging out with grumpy Naomi. He continues on. She said, "Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves," the bundles, "behind the harvesters." She went into the field and has worked steadily from morning till now, except for a short rest in the shelter. So what he's doing now is just acknowledging that she is actually a hard worker, and she's asked nicely, and she's gleaning, but she also quite brazenly asked if she could gather up some of the bundles. So Ruth is not downtrodden and demure. Ruth, this shows us a little bit of her courage. She's even a little aggressive. She's also got some burden because she's got Naomi to take care of. Now, the law actually requires Boaz to let the poor glean, but Ruth is asking to do more, and she got it. One of the good things about not being on social media like I am, is that in the great words of the former president of USC, talking about this years ago, just talking about media in general, he was like, you don't need to read all that stuff because people are actually going to tell you every day what you need to know. This is what happens for me with social media, is that my wife or my daughters or somebody or a friend shows me the things I'm supposed to see. And a buddy of mine showed me this video of this little girl who's standing on the porch, and a bear walks up, and she goes, "Can I pet that dog?" And then she asks again, "Can I pet that dog?" And then one more time she goes, "Can I pet that dog?" And I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. So I sent it to my daughter who lives in North Carolina and has given me Mary Lou, the granddaughter, who is about that age. And I was like, this is going to be Mary Lou. Can I pet that dog? Because I'm a third generation Montana. My daughter is a fourth generation Montana. She's raising a North Carolinian now. And I'm like, she's going to have this accent. And I think that was really funny. So I sent that to her. Now, here's the thing about the accent. There's been some interesting studies about this, that women in the South, when they're asking for something, the accent will lilt up. And they don't do it on purpose. It's just something about the Southern accent that kind of softens the person to whom you're talking. So apparently, Ruth had this exotic Moabite accent where the foreman was like, you're from God's toilet, but yeah, you can pick up the bundles, I guess. Somehow she convinces him to allow her to do this. This is way beyond the expectations. See, then Boaz lays out this benevolent, compassionate, and kind program because Boaz is a good guy with presumably a good eye. Verse 8, so he walks across the field where she's doing her thing, and he says to Ruth, "My daughter," that's a term of endearment. It also indicates that Boaz would be older than Ruth. "Listen to me. Don't go and glean in another field, and don't go away from here. Stay here with my servant girls." Servant girls would basically be employees. So it turns out for Ruth that Boaz, the war hero, the man of social standing and noble character, is also filthy rich. He's a successful businessman. He's got a bunch of employees. He's got a bunch of land. He's a very successful farmer. And he tells her not to leave. Now, why does he tell her not to leave? She was likely in the process of leaving. And the reason she would be leaving would be the harassment that she's experiencing from the male and female employees because she's a woman from Moab, who presumably is cursed because she's a Widow, verse 9, watch the field where the men are harvesting and follow along after the girls, the employees. I've told the men not to touch you. It's in the time of the judges. It is a dangerous time for women. I have told the men not to touch you. And whenever you are thirsty, go get a drink from the water jars the men have filled. Boaz lays out a plan of protection, and he gives her dignity by allowing her to work because God has created us to work. Boaz knew that Ruth would be in danger in any other field in the area, so he ensures that she'll stay in his field where he will be able to protect her. And so Boaz steps into this, and he gives provision and he gives protection, and Ruth is overwhelmed with relief and gratitude. Verse 10, at this she bowed down with her face to the ground. She exclaimed, why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me? And then here it is again, a foreigner. So by bowing down and identifying herself as a foreign woman, she's just expressing surprise at the kindness that she is getting right now from Boaz. She's gotten far more than she ever would have expected or requested. God's providence. In his providence, he is working out her hope that she would find favor, that she would have provision for herself and for Naomi, and that they would be protected. And then what some scholars think is the high point of the whole scene, verse 11, Boaz replied, I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother and your homeland and came to live with a people you did not know before. It's a small town, Bethlehem. The women, remember last week, recognized Naomi once Naomi introduced herself again to them as Mara or bitter. And then they met Ruth, and then they heard the story, and it would have spread quickly, and Boaz would have heard about this. And then he's like, oh, the girl I've been hearing about is this one I'm talking to. And why did Ruth do what she did for Naomi? It's because of her commitment and her submission to Naomi. And so she's showing chesed, this word we looked at last week a little bit, this loyal love, covenant-keeping love, loving kindness, mercy, compassion. Well, Boaz realizes, oh, that's her. And look, Boaz likes that in a woman, like anybody likes that in a woman, that kind of character. Verse 12, may the Lord repay you for what you have done. He's referring to Naomi. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you've come to take refuge. A common description of God who takes us and puts us under his wings, providentially cares for us. And look, Chemosh, the demonic god of Moab, he doesn't put anybody under his wings. But God does. And so this is that image of a mother hen tenderly caring for her young chicks. And so he's saying, like, may God do that for you. And it's happening because you're here and you're not in Moab anymore. Verse 13, she says, may I continue to find favor in your eyes, my Lord, she said. You've given me comfort and have spoken kindly to your servant, though I do not have the standing of one of your servant girls. She's using a Hebrew word here that refers to a woman on the lowest rung of the social ladder, which means that coming from Ruth, as much as skill as she might have, she's being quite humble about who she is. And so Boaz responds to that by taking it up a notch. At mealtime, Boaz said to her, come over here, have some bread and dip it in the wine vinegar. When she sat down with the harvesters, the ones that were mocking her, which was causing her to leave, but now she's not gonna because now she's having a meal with him, he offered her some roasted grain. She ate all that she wanted and had some left over. Well, this is remarkable what Boaz is doing. He's inviting her to the intimacy of the midday meal, which is a tradition where she frankly does not belong. But it's his grain. It's his threshing floor. Those are his employees. And he invites her to eat, and then he gives her a heap of freshly roasted grain, and she is able to eat her fill and has some left over. And the ordinary noon meal becomes another demonstration of chesed, loving kindness, mercy, and compassion. Boaz is thoughtful and generous, but he's also a little smitten, right? He's attracted to her. But remember, emptiness and fullness, you see what's happening? Her stomach was empty, and now it's full. So much so that she's got some left over. And then Boaz takes it up another notch. Her stomach is empty, and now it's full. And now Boaz is going to show unusual, unheard of kindness, chesed, in the time of the judges. Verse 15, as she got up to glean, Boaz gave orders to his men. Even if she gathers among the sheaves, the bundles, don't embarrass her. It's probably what would have happened earlier. So he's going, no touching, no talking, no correcting, no harassing. Verse 16, rather pull out some of the stalks from her. So, you might drop some, don't go back and pick them up, but actually drop some on purpose. Pull out some of the stalks for her from the bundles and leave them for her to pick up, and don't rebuke her. Don't just make her pinch grain from the dirt. Drop some of the stalks. Boaz is going above and beyond what the law requires. Don't rebuke her. Don't bug her about this. Just do it. The relationship has begun. Now, what has the relationship been founded on? Well, first, Boaz's eye, right? Who's that? But then notice in both of them, character, kindness, generosity, humility, chesed, a lunch date in public, protection, hard work. You're just not going to see that on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette or Beer in Bikini Island or whatever. You're actually not going to see that with most couples. Don't be most couples. A few years ago, we crossed a threshold. And so for the first time in American history, there are now more single adults than married. That might be because the relationship started on Tinder, or was based on lust or inebriation or dysfunction, rather than on the providence of God. That He's going to bring just the right man, just the right woman into your life at just the right time. And we should be patient about that. Maybe God has somebody so special in mind for you that He is waiting and actually urging you to be Boaz-y or Ruthie. To be a person of character and kindness and generosity and humility and morality and chesed and selfless love. You are building character. God is doing it in you in preparation for God trusting you with somebody that He loves very much. So you let God be first, let God be providential, let God provide and protect, and let the chesed happen. And then don't let go and let God. You hold on and let God. Verse 17, so Ruth gleaned in the field until evening. Then she threshed the barley that she had gathered, and it amounted to about an ephah, which, old word, it's 20 liters. So 20 Nalgene's full of grain. That would weigh about 30 pounds. See, this is what we mean by emptiness and fullness. There it is again. What was once empty is now starting to fill. Ruth is gleaning, and she is getting gifted literally months of food for her and Naomi. Boaz is incredibly generous. He is demonstrating powerful and admirable chesed, kindness and compassion and love and mercy. He's doing it towards Ruth, but he also knows that he's doing it towards Naomi. And man, Ruth can't wait to tell Naomi. Verse 18, she carried it back to town, and her mother-in-law, that's Naomi, saw how much she had gathered. Ruth also brought out and gave her what she had left over, and after she had eaten enough. Now, this is some whiplash for Naomi in that moment, because Naomi all day is being empty and also fearful for Ruth, because she doesn't know what's going to happen in the fields to Ruth, but this is how they're going to subsist. And Ruth comes home with 30 pounds of food and some already roasted grain for Naomi. Ruth is the first DoorDash. She's bringing food to Naomi. Verse 19, her mother-in-law asks her, "Where did you glean today?" Because she doesn't know. "Where did you work? Blessed be the man who took notice of you." Then Ruth told her mother-in-law about the one at whose place she'd been working. "The name of the man I worked with today is," you can see how the narrator is holding it to the end, "the man I worked with is, Boaz." The guy who gets casually mentioned in verse 1 is now center stage, and Naomi is so excited about this because, verse 20, "The Lord bless him," Naomi said to her daughter-in-law. "He has not stopped showing kindness." Anybody want to guess what the Hebrew word is for that one? Chesed. You can say it. Chesed. Spit on the person in front of you. "He has not stopped showing chesed to the living and the dead," she added. "That man is our close relative. He is one of our kinsman redeemers." Kinsman redeemer. Let's start with the word redeemer. Redeem means to buy back or to pay the price. So this is why we talk about Jesus as a redeemer. This is why we say that Jesus offers us redemption, that he redeems us. In other words, he pays the price for the guilt of our sin when he died on the cross. This is one of the great things about Christianity, of which there are too many to mention, but God is our redeemer. So the redeemer is the buybacker. Now, it says kin here, which I suppose my daughter in North Carolina is going to start using the word kin, but we use the word relative or family. And so more understandable in our context would be family redeemer or family buybacker. Okay, that's the kinsman redeemer, family buybacker, family redeemer. Well, last week we were introduced to the ancient law of levirate marriage. Brief summary: married guy dies without any children to carry on his name and his legacy and his property, and so the dead man's brother or closest relative marries his widow, and then hopefully she has a son, and then the name of the dead guy carries on along with the legacy and the inheritance. This was a huge deal in the ancient world, so therefore levirate marriage. Now we've got a new concept, and that is the family redeemer concept. The family redeemer was the adult male blood relative who serves as an advocate for the clan member, for any vulnerable and unfortunate clan member. So some examples would help. So the family redeemer would assist in a lawsuit. The family redeemer would be an advocate for a widow. The family redeemer, if you end up in some financial trouble and you have to sell yourself into servitude, then the family redeemer would buy you back and give you your freedom. Let's suppose you run into financial trouble and have to sell your land. Well, that's actually absolutely unthinkable in Israel because of the promised land. You're releasing, getting rid of some of the sacred land. And so the nearest blood relative, the family redeemer, would actually buy back the land so that you could actually continue to work the land, generate some income and legacy, and be a participant in the promise. Also, under family redeemer is the concept of levirate marriage. So Naomi is putting all this together, and she's pumped because Boaz is a relative, and he's already acting like a family redeemer. So she's saying, don't swipe left, don't ghost him, don't screw this up, girl. Verse 21, then Ruth the Moabitess, nationality again, said, he even said to me, stay with my workers until they finish harvesting all my grain. She's still acknowledged as or recognized as the on her nationality, because this there's tremendous racism towards Moab and from Moab to Israel. And then verse 22, Naomi says to Ruth, her daughter-in-law, "It will be good for you, my daughter, to go with his girls," his employees, "because in someone else's field you might be harmed." We're reminded again of the plight of a poor foreign widow. Harmed. There is a theme of danger so far in the first two chapters. Harmed actually means physically attacked or molested or raped. It's the time of the judges, when there was no pattern of restraint and everybody just did what they wanted to do. Everybody made up their own truth. And when that happens, the strong mistreat the weak. And in that society, there was nobody more vulnerable than Ruth, foreign, poor, widow woman. But she has a protector now. She has someone who can call in a drone strike. Verse 23, so Ruth stayed close to the servant girls of Boaz to glean until the barley and wheat harvests were finished, and she lived with her mother-in-law 8 weeks, the barley and wheat harvest. It means that she would have had grain for somewhere between 9 and 12 months. The providence of God is just so clear in this chapter. God with wisdom and love, caring for and directing all things in his universe, and especially in your life, in Ruth's life, and ours too. Ruth picks a field at random, and it happens to belong to Boaz. Boaz, a wealthy man, just happens to drop by and see her. Ruth receives such unusual favor from Boaz that it just has to be God's provision. His loving care for her, directing all things. Naomi's dead husband is a relative of Boaz. They're in the same clan. That means he's part of the family. That means this guy could be the family rescuer. This is God's providence, his wise care, and it's awesome. But the chapter ends with a very curious line. She lived with her mother-in-law. Why is that there? Why does the narrator add that line? Why is it important that the narrator says that Ruth lived with Naomi, especially when Naomi was such a bitter woman? Because in that 8 weeks, nothing noteworthy happens, does it? That was it. No swipe right expectations. No third date, he paid for dinner sex. Nothing for the employees
or just anyone who's
to gossip about. Not even a long walk at sunset talking about the things that all fresh, brand new couples talk about, which is everything. Ruth got treated with remarkable chesed on day one, and then she worked every single day and lived with Naomi, and that's it. Boaz is bygone.
6 on com.
The first reader or the first listener of this story would conclude, well, at least they've got food.
Hey.
Looks like the widows are going to subsist on gleaning and good fortune and otherwise live lonely, isolated, marginalized lives. I mean, the Boaz thing was a neat start. It was a good day. But now every day, Ruth goes home to her bitter mother-in-law. Which brings me to a maxim that I'd like you to try to remember. The companion of providence,
from 6.
Yeah, I got you.
brace yourself, is patience. We all
I'm
love
putting
that
up
part.
a parent call, just so you know.
Well, we got 2 chapters to go, but right now we're in the silence and imagination and the longing and the hard, dirty work of 8 weeks. Is Ruth going to be single and vulnerable forever? Is Naomi going to stay bitter and never get better? Is her emptiness only going to be filled by food and not the things that a person needs for human flourishing? Have you ever felt this way? That God is silent and things aren't moving and you're wondering and you're even guessing? Well, I hope you felt that way because it is so normal. It is in the dark night of the soul that we must remember that God is actually working the night shift. Ruth is gleaning in the daytime, but God is working all the time. We are praying and seeking and searching and hoping and having trouble sleeping, but God is working and arranging and marinating and participating. I mean, you're not sleeping because you're having trouble trusting, but God is not sleeping because he is trustworthy. He is busy, and he's working behind the scenes, and he's doing it for your good. The companion of providence, the companion of God's providence is us being patient. And so just a little peek into chapter 3. Chapter 3, verse 1 starts with these words. One day, you're in the 8 weeks. You're living and caring for a bitter mother-in-law. You're slaving in the fields. You're protected, but things are dangerous. You're in the grind. Things aren't going the way you hoped. But one day, you see, your one day is coming. God's providence and his hesed and his loyal love to you promises it, that you can be, even in Moab, you can be alone and marginalized and feeling like God is silent, but providentially he is working things out, and in his timing he's going to reveal them. And when is he going to do it? One day. You ask the question, God, are you there? And he goes, oh yeah, I'm there, working out some stuff. And one day the waymaker is going to make a way. So whatever it is right now, whatever that 8 weeks is for you, you understand and then trust and choose to believe in God's providence, his care for you, working things out on your behalf. And then there's going to be a one day. And that one day is going to launch you into a new season of beauty and flourishing. Your one day is coming, and we're going to learn about Ruth's one day next Sunday. For now, would you bow to pray, please? And whatever's on your heart and mind, whatever you've thought about by the power of the Holy Spirit as you've gone through this beautiful Ruth 2 today, would you just interact with God on it? Just speak your heart to him.
Let's get ready for worship.
Heavenly Father, it's one of the great things about being a Christian for me is your providence. We trust you. We trust you, even when things look bleak and dark and dangerous. And so would you please give us courage and strength? Would you please help us trust in your providential, divine care for us? Your mercy, your grace, your hesed, your plan. We trust you for that. And we're digging deep to trust you. And I pray especially for people in the room today that feel like they're in the 8 weeks.
2, you can go wide.
God, I pray that you'd give them patience and your graciousness. And would you reveal to them soon your beautiful and encouraging and life-giving one day. We pray these things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. And
All right, go worship.
2.
1.
Ready, camera 6.
2.
On keys. 3.
Intro.
2.
3.
1.
4.
Lights.
Take 6.
Light.
Ready, 1.
Verse 1.
Take 1.
The Lord is my shepherd, and he is everything.
Ready, 7.
So I will not worry.
Take 7.
I will not fear the enemy. He said that he
Who's
loves
next?
me. He said that he's with me even though
Take 2.
I walk through the valley
Ready? 4.
of shadow and death and still
Take
I
4.
He has good plans. He has good plans for me.
Ready? 6. Take 6.
So I will take heart in deserts and gardens.
Ready? 7.
He has good
Take 7. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 1. 4. You get electric. Take 1. 6. Take 6.
No weapon formed against me will prosper.
Verse 2.
5. Take 5.
Slowly build.
Ready? 1. Take 1.
Lord is my savior. So why should
4. Get the electric, please.
why would I question
Ready? 7. Take 7. Ready? 4. Take 4. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 5. Take 5. Ready? 6. Take 6. 7's next. Take 7. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 5. Take 5. Ready? 4. Take 4. Ready? 1. Take 1. 6. Take 6. Ready? 7. Take 7. Nice. Good shot. Love it. Ready? 5. Take 5. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 4. Take 4. Zooming on Brandon. It's alright. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 6. Take 6. 7. Take 7. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 4. Take 4. 5. Take 5. Ready? 2. Take 2. 5. Take 5. Ready? 4. Take 4. Ready? 7. Take 7. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 4. Take 4. Ready? 6. Take 6. Ready? 5. Take 5. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 4. Take 4. 5. Take 5. Ready? 7. Take 7. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 4. Take 4. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 7. Take 7. 6 next. Take 6. Ready? 5. Take 5. Ready? 2. Take 2. 1's next. Take 1. 4. Take 4. 5. Take 5. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 7. Take 7. Ready? 4. Take 4. 5. Take 5. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 2. Take 2. 7. Take 7. 5. Take 5. Ready? 2. Take 2. 1's next. Take 1. 7. Take 7. Ready? 4. Take 4. 5. 2. Take 2. Ready? 7. Take 7. 1's next. Take 1. Take 5. Ready? 2. Take 2. Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 4. Take 4. Ready? 7. Take 7. 6. Take 6.
Alright,
Take 5.
get ready for the closing.
Ready? 1. Take 1. Ready? 2. Take 2. 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready. Take
All right,
2.
He's already
Ready
go.
1.
It's great
Close.
being with you today. If you would like to pray with someone,
Woo,
our
that's fun.
prayer team members are at either end of the stage waiting to talk with you, to pray with you. They would love to talk today. And also, we set up our service and times so that in between, we can talk to each other and say hi to someone, grow the number of
Mr.
people
Minor
you
will
know
be
about
upstairs
church,
about 5 minutes after the
and,
service to do a
and
huddle.
then go get your kids if you have kids on a base camp. And we'll see you next week.
So credits.
Go Songcrats.
Great. Thanks, guys. See you in a few minutes.
Go CG3 to all.
Camera 1 going off comms.